Charles Dickens, a giant among the Victorian novelists. He gained popularity through his innovative subjects and unique way of telling stories. Hello and assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel, and I am Mehreen. Charles Dickens believed that writing would play a big role in solving the problems of the world. From the very beginning, there were signs of a big showman. As a child, he loved putting on plays in a family kitchen and singing songs standing on the table in the local pub. Going to hear Dickens giving a reading was to experience an exceptional showman. He was always interested in the pretty serious things. We can't ignore the fact that what industrial era had done to him and his family. The working conditions in factories, child labor, snobbery, insufficiencies of government bureaucracy, these were the worthy themes of his writings. But in this video, we are not going to discuss his writings or his novels. In this video, I'm going to explore some of the very unique and hidden secrets of Charles Dickens' lives, which have never been discussed before. So, be with me till the end of the video so that you may enjoy the different and hidden facts of Charles Dickens' life. Dickens was born in Portsmouth, England, to John and Elizabeth Dickens. His father was a clerk in the Navy Pay Office. When Dickens was young, his family moved to London, and his father's financial struggles led to imprisonment for debt. This experience deeply affected Dickens. Dickens began his career as a law clerk, then became a parliamentary reporter. His writing career took off with publication of the Pickwick Papers from 1836 to 1837. He went on to write iconic novels like Oliver Twist, David Copperfield, Bleak House, and Great Expectations. He vividly portrayed Victorian London and its social conditions. His characters like Scrooge and Oliver Twist remain iconic. Dickens highlighted social issues like poverty, child labor, and inequality. Dickens married Catherine Hogarth in 1836 and they had 10 children. However, their marriage faced challenges and they eventually separated. Dickens was known for public readings which showcased his storytelling ability. His writing raised awareness about social issues, contributing to reforms. Dickens influenced generations of writers. His characters and stories remain part of popular culture. A few people know the train incident that occurred in Charles Dickens' life, which is known as Staplehurst rail crash. On June 9, 1865, Dickens was traveling from France to London on a train that derailed while crossing a viaduct near Staplehurst in Kent, England. The train was traveling at around 50 miles per hour when it hit a gap in the tracks caused by a removal of rails for repairs. 10 people were killed and 40 were injured. Dickens was in a first class carriage with Ellen Ternan and her mother. Their carriage hung precariously off the bridge, but they managed to escape with minor injuries. Dickens helped rescue efforts using his brandy flask and hat to carry water for the injured. He even climbed back into the wreckage to retrieve the manuscript of his novel, Our Mutual Friend. The accident had a profound impact on Dickens, and that is the reason I am discussing this accident in this video. He suffered from anxiety and what would now be recognized as post traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. His children noted that he became nervous about traveling by train, gripping the seats with both hands during slight jolts. Dickens died 5 years to the day after the accident, and it is believed that the trauma contributed to his early death. Another very important fact is that Charles Dickens and George Eliot, whose real name was Marian Evans, had a relationship built on mutual admiration. Dickens, being a prominent literary figure, wrote to George Eliot expressing his admiration for her work, although he didn't know that this was a man or a woman behind the name of George Eliot. But he found some female traces in the writings. That is why he wrote admiration for her work, specifically her scenes of clerical life. He praised the exquisite truth and delicacy of her writings, which impressed Eliot greatly. Despite their distinct writing styles, both authors explored themes of social commentary, morality, and human nature in their works. In fact, tends to suggest that Dickens and Eliot collaborated directly on any literary projects. However, their works often explored similar themes, reflecting the shared concerns and values of their time. Another important fact of Charles Dickens' life is that he had 10 children. And several of Charles Dickens' children pursued writing or literary careers. For example, Charles Dickens' junior son wrote articles and edited publications. Mary Dickens' daughter, Mary Dickens, wrote short stories and articles. Another daughter, Kate Pirogini, was a painter and writer, while unfortunately none achieved the same level of fame as their father. They did follow in his literary footsteps. Charles Dickens died on June 9, 1870, at his home, Kent, England. He suffered a stroke and never regained consciousness. Dickens was only 58 years old at the time of his death. He was buried in the Poets' Corner of Westminster Abbey on June 14, 1870. I hope you would have enjoyed this video. So, I am thankful to you that you have been with me till the end of the video. So keep sharing my videos, keep subscribing to my channel, and thanks for being with Marine for such a long time.